Hello, 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 and good evening. Welcome into DT Actuals live stream. Today is Tuesday night, and we are just getting started. The time is 10:12, and I apologize. I am running a little bit behind. Just kind of, life getting in the way or whatever. Nevertheless, welcome in. Today, as per the usual, we'll play a little bit of Final Fantasy VII and kind of dig into some good conversation, perhaps. Today, I wanted to talk about discipline being greater than feelings, doing what you said you would do. And I know what you may be thinking that, you know, it's always easier said than done, right? But I want to touch on it, chat about it, see what you guys think about it. Um, First bullet point being why keeping promises to yourself matters, and it's because it builds trust. When you say that you're going to do something and you don't do it, your brain records that. You start subtly believing, I don't follow through. I quit when it's inconvenient. My world, my word doesn't mean much. And that unfortunately becomes kind of the internal narrative that gets repeated in your own head. But when you do follow through, we switch that narrative up, especially when we don't feel like it. You reinforce that I'm someone who executes. I can rely on myself and I do what I said I'd do. So, in this instance, we're kind of setting our feelings aside, so to say, and we're relying on discipline to keep us going and to keep us motivated. Is there any times that maybe this happens with you in your life? I know for me, it happens all the time between trying to stay active, trying to stay fit. That's always a big one. Even streaming, for example. I haven't been streaming that long, so it's kind of been, a journey and still starting out, still trying to get the hang of thing and get the ropes down, and it can be challenging at times. There's times where I don't feel like doing it. There's times where like the tools and knowledge become overwhelming, and I really just have to kind of hone in on my own self and internal discipline to keep going, to stay focused on the goal that I set for myself, and things like that. So the next talking point is kind of self-respect through consistency. Self-respect isn't loud. It's not confident speeches, and it's not hype. Consistency is just that. It's just simply doing the same thing, getting into a routine. It's quiet consistency. When you're consistent, you stop negotiating with yourself. You don't need motivational speeches anymore, and you feel grounded. Consistency reduces mental friction. Instead of something like, do I feel like going to the gym tonight? It instead becomes, it's Tuesday night. It's what I do. I go to the gym Tuesday nights. It just shifts the emotional decision making and just puts you in that routine, puts you in that sort of consistency. And once you get there, even in my own experience, once you get there, it's a beautiful thing. When you are, let's say you set a goal for yourself to go to the gym 3 times a week, very common, or run 3 times a week, work out 3 times a week, whatever the case may be. A lot of times, just like the last stream, we talked about setting 30-day challenges or 60-day challenges. When you get into that routine of consistency and you get to the point where 4 weeks you've gone to the gym 3 days a week for 4 straight weeks, you get into that routine to where it just becomes part of your life, part of your lifestyle, and it just becomes part of you. A lot of people like to do Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, for example. and I've historically always been a morning person, even though more recently I've been an evening person because I stay up late playing games and and streaming and stuff. But but yeah, so if you go, Monday, Wednesday, Friday to the gym every morning, that just becomes part of what you do and who you are. It's no more than, or no less than eating breakfast in the morning, so to say, or lunch or dinner, whatever the case. But yeah, so you just, a lot of people get in that routine and they build that consistency, and it's a beautiful thing, to say the less, or to say the least. To add on to that consistency and kind of that part, the next talking point is how small failures compound. And of course, in contrast, how successes and wins compound. Think about think about how financial interest compounds. Behavior is very similar. The more we do a little thing each day or each week or whatever, it just builds. As that consistency is put into place, everything just kind of builds upon itself. And much like money, you put $5 in your bank account every week, every month, or whatever, that money grows. And then, of course, interest comes into play and it grows even more. So, a small failure example for it could be something like you skip one workout, right? And then maybe you miss one run, or you sleep in instead of eating a healthy breakfast. You break your schedule, quotes, just this once, right? I think we've all done it at some point in time. And if we don't recognize and if we are not self aware of that, then we can spiral out of consistency and out of routine. So those patterns form, and your brain starts normalizing it. You know, it's basically like your brain is telling yourself it's okay to bail, or we'll try again next week. I know I've said that many times, and it's just kind of amazing how that happens because you say, I'll start the mindset of a diet, for example, and be like, it's Friday, I'll start after the weekend on Monday, and then Monday comes around and it's like, something comes up, you're tired or whatever, and so you're like, I'll just grab a quick little something, and it's not something ideal or helpful to your goal, if you will. So, all that to say, you just kind of compromise, and you compromise a little bit, and compromise a little bit more until you just are not anywhere near where you want to be. And yeah, that compound, it just results in inconsistent growth, lowers your confidence probably tremendously, gives you a lot of sense of guilt because you didn't go to the gym like you said you were going to go to the gym. And we talk about 3 times a week is a very standard or common goal. If you skip a Monday or you skip a Friday, or even if you just like miss it because you had something else going on, if we don't recognize that and are not self-aware of that, then that can compound into more misses and more alternatives, if you will. And that just builds on that kind of guilt or whatever. And then from there, you just get into almost a routine or a consistency on the alternate side of just being, having a reduced discipline, and that could maybe hurt your self confidence, and it just all kind of spirals, just like when we're talking finances and compound interest, those things kind of multiply. So we want to really be self aware and really try to nip those misses in the butt. Because it happens. Things come up, and you just got to do what you do. Life gets in the way. Just like I was saying for this stream today, I'm running a little bit late, and I want to try to do better and not be running behind, better prepare myself for next time, right? So with the example of, missing workout and stuff, like if we flip it around, the small wins also compound. Maybe you go to the gym and you're tired. You show up tired, get a good workout in, and now you feel great. And something that kind of just compounds in a positive way. You decide maybe that something can wait. Maybe you have a homework assignment that you need to work on, or you have a project that you're working on for work. And maybe those things can wait in reality. Maybe you're pushing the deadline on things, but if it can wait and you decide that, what, I'm going to prioritize myself and my health, and the reality is that those things can wait, then hit the gym, do that for yourself and for your future self, and then get back on whatever it is that you needed to do before. Yeah. And then kind of on top of the whole 30-day and 60-day challenges, as you complete that 30-day challenge, or you complete a consistent 30 days, there's just something that feels good about it, and you are typically affected in a positive way to keep going and to keep staying consistent and in the routine. And all that compounds into kind of an identity shift. You kind of, where the opposite was, maybe you're feeling bad or sorry for yourself because you missed a workout, and then you missed another workout, then you missed another one, and that feeling of that negative feeling towards your identity, so to say, is just compounding. But the opposite is true when you are successfully consistent. And then you learn to kind of trust yourself. As you grow more consistent and you go to the gym that 3 times a week or whatever the case, you kind of gain a certain trust in your own well-being and in your own self that, Mondays, those are just gym days, and you begin to kind of trust yourself to do those things. And then, of course, something like the gym or any other sort of positive thing, bettering yourself knowledge-wise or whatever. There's just a training improvement, and you kind of gain momentum in that. And once you get going, a lot of times, that's all you need to really keep going. Just like last stream when we talked about 30 and 60-day challenges, 90-day challenges, it's like once you get going and you're consistent and you're in a routine, it becomes significantly easier to keep on going with that. Only when we, only when we embrace the failure or embrace skipping a workout or, skipping a night of studying or whatever, only then do we really start to kind of lose that consistency and lose that momentum. So that's kind of what tonight's all about. I just wanted to touch on kind of the idea that harnessing your own discipline and continuing to be disciplined is a much greater aspect to have than any sort of relying on your own feelings, and that it's all about doing whatever it is that you said you would do despite whatever may be going on in life. There are, of course, exceptions, and there are reasonable things to embrace or take part of when those things come up that would interrupt whatever it is you're trying to achieve in your goals or whatever. So again, why we keep promises to ourselves, and why that's important, which is because it builds trust. And it's basically it's very centered around mental health. When you say you're going to do something and you do it, your brain records that, and it reinforces it as a positive thing. The second point being self-respect through consistency. And all that is talking about is building routine, building consistency, being and becoming proud of your consistencies, and seeing real change or real growth in that regard. And of course, the last one was how our compound, how those consistencies or those routines or those wins and even those losses, and how those compound and become almost a routine in and of itself. So if you do positive things, you make regular gym workouts, you do regular studying, that sort of thing, anything, for me right now, as I am embark on this streaming journey, if I continue to stay consistent with streaming, right now I'm set up, I've committed to do 4 nights a week or 4 days a week, and which would be Sunday evening, 7 o'clock, little plug for here, Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, Tuesday and Thursdays at 10 p.m., and then Saturdays at 2 p.m. My goal is to just stick with that and kind of be, consistent with that. And as long as I do that, then, that just kind of compounds and it builds on the success, the feeling of success, the positive mental health that I am, in fact, doing what I said I was going to do. And like the second talking point of building consistency, the more I do it, the easier it becomes. It almost becomes autonomous, and it's just kind of what I do at that point. It's like tonight's Tuesday, it's 10 o'clock. I stream Tuesdays at 10 o'clock, and once we get there, it's a great feeling, So, what about you guys? What's something that maybe you've seen in your life that really kind of proved the success or the benefit of consistency? I know the first one for me has always, off the top of my head, will always probably be fitness related or gym related or whatever. When I was in high school and even after high school, I did a lot of weightlifting, middle school too. Did a lot of weightlifting. That was a large part of just who I was. I was very consistent with it, of course, but there were not always. There were times that I would step back or something would go on, or maybe even if it was just the off season, take a little break. That's good for you. But I always knew where I wanted to be and kind of the goals that I needed, that I wanted to achieve, and kind of what it took to get to those. And I ended up being, a well-accomplished weightlifter in high school, and set some records, won a lot of championships, whatever. And yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do all that with without some level of consistency, discipline, and it's kind of like a drive to keep going, if you will. So that's always fun, and it can really be applied to just about anything. I mean, when I finished up high school, I joined the Marines, and there were certain things that you have to really embrace, and they're not like something you can do in a weekend. It's something that you have to build a routine around and really discipline yourself. Along with the theme of this stream, you really kind of have to set your feelings aside. Not dismiss them in the sense that deny them or act like they just don't exist, because that's also not a good thing. But when you're waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and you don't want to work out or you don't want to run or whatever the case, you really have that discipline is what's going to carry you, and say, hey, put that feeling aside and get on outside. So that's what it's all about. If we want to get better and we want to grow in whatever avenue of life that is what we got to do. It just kind of is what it is. one of my all-time favorite quotes. Just is what it is. Nothing worth achieving is easy, and it takes blood, sweat, and tears, if you will. So, let me know what you guys think. Let me know kind of maybe something that you do that you really saw great achievement in, and kind of what you did to get there. Uh, after the Marine Corps, I ended up running.
Is he okay?
I worked for the sheriff's office, and I was a dispatcher there. And some people, some coworkers or whatever, were putting a team together to do a 5K race. And I was never really a runner in the sense of being middle distance or long distance running. It was just not a thing. I was a sprinter in middle school and high school. I did like the 100, 200, 4x1. And my actual specialty or primary was jumping, long jump, triple jump. So really didn't run far, in other words. But yeah, after the Marines and working at the dispatch office, the sheriff office, that is something that some people asked me if I wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, of course. I'm always up for a challenge of sorts, And I ran it. It was a 5K. Ran the 5K. To be fair, it was a tough course because it's down in Pensacola, Florida. And you basically started in Pensacola on the land side, if you will, or the peninsula side. And ran through some neighborhoods, whatever, and then you would, towards the finish line, you would run over to the island side of Pensacola. And it was a big bridge you had to run over. Of course, it had to be big enough. It wasn't a drawbridge, so it was big enough for like boats and ships to go under. So it was summertime, and it was brutal because it was in like probably the last half mile of the race. And you're already tired in the heat of summer, and then you turn the corner and you see this huge bridge. And yeah, just had to trek over that bridge. And all in all, in the end, I ended up running like 28 minutes or something like that. And this was, probably only a year or two after I got out of the Marines. And when I was in the Marines, I ran a 3-mile run of like 19 minutes or something like that. So it was kind of a big like downside or some level of shock value, and I was just like, didn't want to do that again. Didn't want to have that again. We were a team of 4, and I was the slowest on the team too, to make matters worse. So yeah, and that was like the beginning of summer. So then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. So I ended up just kind of like, that is essentially what got me into running. I was like, not gonna let that happen again. So I started running very regularly, and to a point, it was kind of like psycho-ish, if you will, because I would do my normal running, which was typically like 3 or 4 days a week, I think. That was my like consistent regular schedule. And then I just remember there was sometimes like I would get up and I would go running because I was bored. And it was like, might as well just go running. And to be fair, also, this was a time when my wife was doing a lot of traveling. She was actually doing like training with the Air Force. So we didn't have kids at the time, and I was just home alone, basically. And I worked a graveyard shift, which was from like, I think it was like 11 to 7 in the morning or something like that. So my hours were essentially like switched around. So I would finish up work at 7 in the morning, hang out a little bit as if it were 7 at night, and then I'd go to bed like in the early afternoon, basically, 10, 11 o'clock. But instead of 10 or 11 o'clock at night, it's 10, 11 o'clock in the afternoon or morning. So yeah, then I'd go to sleep. I'd wake up at 5, 6 in the evening and be like, might as well go running. But yeah, nevertheless, it was kind of like I just reached a point where that was just the norm, and that was the consistency that I had built up, and it was cool. Nevertheless, I ran more races during that summer, a few more 5Ks and such. Mostly, I think it was just 5Ks. And then I remember that when I think it was a fall 5K. Might have been your early winter. Ran a 5K, and I think I ran like 21 something, maybe really low 22 minute. And it felt great to have such a big improvement. And even people that I worked with, because it was another sheriff office, well, not another, but this was a sheriff office sponsored event or hosted event, and a lot of people that I had ran with or saw when we ran that team 5K were at this race. And I'll never forget, because some of the recruiter or whatever actually was trying to kind of he basically showed interest in me becoming a law enforcement officer, but I was never really interested in that. But yeah, it was cool. So that was kind of a little story about how I applied the consistency and continued discipline to get better. Yeah. There were definitely many days where I had to set those feelings aside and push on, But good times. Then, of course, there's other areas in life that are not necessarily fitness minded or, getting stronger or whatever. After we moved to Delaware and I kind of settled in there, I was at a point where I wanted to do a career change of sorts, or not even really a change, but more like just locking into a career. And that is when I decided to start getting into information security, cybersecurity and whatever. And I did work with computers and satellite radios and technology in the military, so it wasn't a hard transition. And I was always interested in working with technology just because I like tinkering with technology. But nevertheless, there was more than enough that I didn't know in the field. So just like working out, running, had to lock in and stay consistent with my studies and miss events because that was what took priority, that sort of thing. You just gotta set those feelings aside sometimes. That's really what it comes down to. And like I said, not ignore them, deny them, but rather balance them, So yeah. Yo, Rob, what's going on? Welcome in. Feel like I haven't been here, which I guess is a good thing. Hey, Grass, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Danny, what's going on? So we were talking about, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about discipline and discipline being greater than feelings. But I will say, in contrast or alternatively, feelings are great and they can help you, you know, push on when, or motivate you even further to do even better. So I need to get over here, but I'm not seeing the route. Maybe it's that way. And we'll ignore those guys for now. So I feel like I've already been there. J Bay, what's going on? Welcome in. Heck, I could even argue that this game right here takes a good amount of discipline and consistency to push through on. Because there are definitely some tedious parts of the game. But I will say, and I unfortunately fell victim to this piece, is that if you play it and then you take a big long break, you end up having to teach yourself how to play the game again, which is more or less what I had to do, because I started playing this when it first came out on PC and it was solid, it was good, and then basically got interrupted by Marvel Rivals and played that for like a solid year, and then trying to come back to this, it was like I don't even remember what to do. I don't remember how to battle. I don't remember how to, all these side quests, games and stuff to do. Just completely, not completely forgot, but forgot a majority. So yeah, my lack of consistency there is what led me to be set back. Why is this so hard, bro? Maybe I need to go over there. Alright, let's go over there. Hey, Mark Anthony, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Alright, we'll give this a go. So if you're just joining, we are playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, a game that came out in 2024 sometime. Originally came out, or initially came out on PlayStation 5. I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I ever so patiently waited for it to come out on PC, which was rather brutal because I am a big Final Fantasy VII fan, and it was a bit of a challenge, but ended up being a successful challenge to avoid the spoilers of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And then it finally came out and played it for a little bit, and then started playing some other games. And not because anything was wrong with Final Fantasy VII. I actually just had some buddies or some friends that put me on the Marvel Rivals, and then next thing you know, that was all I played for the longest. So I guess I just didn't come over this way, which is kind of wild because it's just wide open.
I got you in my sights now, tower.
Where is the tower? Oh, there it is. Ah, these guys. All right, let's get to it.
Show no mercy.
Let's see what they're weak to. Since there's 5 of them, try to speed this up a little bit. Weak to ice.
Don't stop now.
Served up on a silver platter.
Bring the ice.
Someone need a rest? Oh yeah, now you're in for it. Just you watch. You're gonna get what's coming to you. He's kind of a fight.
Yeah.
Got that one, did ya?
And still, as we rack in the hours with Yuffie, she is OP. I see something's going on with my audio. Maybe rather my stream deck. It is not turning up the volume for me. Alright, let's get back to it. So we have to do some gliding or something. Yep. Easy peasy. I tell you what, I can give you some more examples of consistency and kind of maybe some life required consistency, you know. And one of those is in parenting. So I, of course, or maybe not of course, but I have 2 daughters, and it's definitely something that you have to hone in on as far as raising children. It's like a constant college course. You just gotta keep learning. And especially with the way things evolve today, as far as technology and everything else, if you are not consistent with it, you will get left behind and out of the loop. So, another avenue or story in which I had to really stay consistent and stay up to date on knowledge, trends, and likes, you know. Technology being probably the biggest one. Like, that just, it's never ending. So yeah, I guess I've already actually beaten Bahamut, Arisen. But this should power him up a little bit more, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird that I haven't been to this area of the map. Probably gonna fail this one. I had to listen to it a few more times or something. Oh boy. Don't. Bruh. Yeah. XYA. Wait, why is it changing? What? X, Y, back to A. Yeah. Alright, let's run it. H Cruz, what's up? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Once I get this done, we can get back to whatever else. Come on, bruh. Alright. What? Hey, what's up, Martha? Welcome in. There we go. Finally. Fantastic.
Now analyzed all the summon crystals in the Cosmo Canyon region. Good work. I must confess I have reservations about making Bahamut Arisen any stronger. I cannot decide if this development is positive or terrifying.
I guess I need to go back to Gungaga to get the other one, because I don't know what's going on. Let me out, let me out. Yeah, just don't know. See here. I didn't get that one. Oh, I bet that's it. Guess we gotta get back to Gungaga soon enough. So yeah, it's what it is, you know. It's what it is. Discipline greater than feelings. I'll tell you what. And today, like, you can't ignore your feelings. It is becoming a way of society to not do so, and that, you know, obviously doing so can be very bad for your mental health. And I say all of that to say that's a great thing. I'm not trying to condemn that by any means. I think it's just definitely different than especially young men are raised. It is what it is, you know? How am I supposed to get up here? See how to get over there. That seems pretty simple. So there is here. Maybe I gotta go back up there. FX Sports, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Completely missed the staircase. What? Is this the only way to go? Guess so. I almost didn't make that jump. Alright, so I've already done everything here. The question is, how can I get up there? Hey, Kari, what's going on? Welcome in. Alright, there's a staircase over there. Let's go see what that's about. If it'll let me. Jump off, bro. Killing me, man. What's up, Rev? Welcome in. Shaggy, what's going on? Welcome in. Alright, so there is a staircase there. I see what we gotta do. I see. It's like we gotta go on a bit of a gliding adventure. Hey, Rain, what's going on? Alright, so just another little plug that if you don't really care for this vertical view, feel free to hop on over to YouTube, where I am also live streaming, but in full screen. And you can kind of see a little bit more of what's going on in the game, such as commands I'm running and, you know, health bars and such. Alright, so it looks like we definitely need to get all the way over there and are having to fly all the way over there. Should be fun. Yo, Jay, what's going on? You see it? You see what's going on around here? What's going on with you? You start that new job yet, or what? Oh yeah? I can't say I've given it a run yet. Start next Monday? Nice. Are you looking forward to it? Excited? I mean, it's Tesla, right? I mean, it's kind of a big deal, I would think. Yeah, it's always good to get a fresh challenge, I almost say fresh start, but you know, even just a fresh company, fresh faces, fresh outlooks. I've been in my current role since October of 2021, and I do consulting, so it's not entirely like stagnant or stale, but it is the same work across the board. But yeah, it's definitely good to have a good change up. You know, I kind of get that. I kind of get that benefit from the consulting lifestyle, because I go from company to company most times. I do information security, cybersecurity work, so it's all right. It's cool. It's good, good gig, you know. Yeah, pays the bills, you know. I've been doing it since, man, it's been almost 10 years since I landed my first actual cybersecurity role. So, you know, it stays interesting anyway. Always evolving, always something new going on, new threats, new attacks, you know. What kind of work do you do? That's a good one. No, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, we've always kind of looked at AI as just being a bunch of if then else statements, but it is becoming a lot more kind of evolved. I mean, even I use it a lot more than when I started in 2017, and when it kind of became popular. Because at first it was like, I feel like most cybersecurity professionals were like, not interested and kind of hesitant with the newer technology, so to say. But now a lot of it, we leverage it in a lot of ways to, automate detections and mitigation actions. Like everything else, it has its place, for good and bad, if you will. I'm just gonna go this way. Yeah. It's actually really impressive. I tend to lean towards ChatGPT first. And then I'll check out I'll leverage Copilot and whatever else too, but yeah, right. So I work heavily with a product called Splunk, and I can agree with that. I think I have found that Copilot is kind of like the least favorable of responses many times between ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. But yeah, I work heavily with a product called Splunk, and even Splunk, because I feel like Splunk is a little bit on the niche side, but even Splunk, like, you can type in whatever, something you're looking for, something you're trying to solve, and it will many times give you some solid answers, and it will even sometimes just write the code out for you, and then you can double check it and stuff. Always a good thing to do. But it's amazing, like, what it will output. Guess we're going this way. Oh. Yeah, I like using ChatGPT. It's kind of become it reminds me of, when Google picked up a lot of popularity. Your kind of default becomes like, let me run it through ChatGPT and see what they say, It can be like even the most simplest of things. You just kind of want to get another perspective or idea or whatever. Pretty interesting stuff. So I actually I get like dizzy spells or like vertigo episodes, and for the longest, not the longest, maybe like 2021 2022 or something like that, I've always felt like it was I don't even probably remember what it's called, like BPPV or something like that. And it's basically where you have crystals in your inner ear, and as you move around, basically they get disrupted and they throw your head all out of whack, basically. And it feels like the room is spinning, and you're not spinning. You just be laying down, but it feels like you're moving around the room. It's really surreal. Anyway, it quickly, almost immediately causes nausea and turns the stomach over, whatever, you know, all that stuff. So I've been dealing with that for like a few years now, and only more recently did I really like kind of dug into conversations with ChatGPT and talking about like symptoms and talking about you know, things that make it feel better or whatever. Talk about different things to eat and everything else, and you know, it's kind of like silly almost that it sounds. I feel like we really narrowed it down that maybe it's not BBB and rather it is vestibular migraines, which is another thing that causes vertigo episodes. So I've started, and this is only like in the last like month or two. So I've started kind of following more treatments for vestibular migraines, and I don't know, early trials are saying it's pretty it's been pretty solid. So yeah, ChatGPT, who knew? Screw going to the doctor. Let's talk to ChatGPT for real quick, you know. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Cause I mean, I don't know, you know, I do a lot of whatever, you know, fact checking or whatever, and you know, I always have hesitancies with doctors because I don't know, so much, because I mean they only can diagnose, I mean, until they do really extensive testing, they can only really diagnose you based off of what you tell them. So I would go into doctor's appointments like, yeah, my leg has been hurting and stuff, but I would just kind of give them the bare information because I want them to actually like examine me and like you do the work to figure out what's going on basically. And even still, it's like a lot of what, in other words, I'd walk out of the doctor's office being like, and that's all the research I did. It's the same diagnosis. So, I don't know. Hesitant, especially like primary, you know. Yeah, I have. I feel you on that, man. Man, I was just reading about and watching about now her name escapes me, but that lady that basically had like DNA drawn, and you know, all her DNA was tested and used, and basically all these medical breakthroughs that came of her, and she got nothing out of it because she didn't know, because they stole her DNA. And I don't know, that's wild. If I saw the name, if I looked it up real quick, I probably know who it is. Yeah, right. I guess I can finally go straight across now. No. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. Henrietta Lacks. Which I think I heard about her many years ago too. But then she came across my TikTok feed like more recently. And I dug into it a little bit. And that's sad, bro. Oh yeah, and yeah, I remember that too. Crazy, man. Who to trust, you know?
Shall we have a wee shifty?
You can't trust these doctors and such. Like, who can you trust, you know?
You're in luck, Cloud. I've uncovered the location of a dangerous fiend. A vicious
Yeah.
dragon seems to have awakened in the Cosmo
I just
Canyon.
read your messages about
You must slay it. Ere the
Gemini
fire
Pro and
burns
everything.
that even darker red.
I think if I did buy into one of them, it'd probably be GPT, but I'm like, man, it's kind of expensive. Yeah. Yeah, I read about that and kind of saw some more videos on that stuff too. Which, man, you hate to see it, bro. Yeah, with ChatGPT, you know, it'll hit you with a paywall or whatever when you do so many queries or you run too many pictures or whatever. There's probably some other, you know, paid benefits too, but I'd just be like looking at the like, guess I'll wait till tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually due for an annual doc appointment. Like, it's actually like overdue. I just hadn't. I think I was supposed to go in like March or something. So yeah, coming up on like a year that I haven't gone. Well, for my like usual whatever annual check. I've been to the doctor for other stuff, but like, yeah, I don't remember what happened with that. I think it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, just reschedule, and then I never did.
Commencing guidance protocol.
Should probably get on that.
Change the color of their skin to blend into the environment and hunt prey undetected. Shinra is studying this fiend in the hopes of replicating its camouflage
Pressure
capabilities.
stagger defeat.
This variant,
Alright,
however,
let's go.
doesn't simply alter its coloration. It manipulates the properties of
nothing.
its skin according to the temperature, humidity, and lighting.
I got your number.
Nice.
Keep it together.
If you insist, rely on all this. You don't want to lose track of it. You know I'm cheering for you. Set up a fight. Go forth and kick butt, you see.
Pressure stagger, now we just gotta beat him. Should be easy enough. Done it. Yeah, might as well.
You're not getting out of this one alive! Excellent work completing our combat objectives!
Yeah, it wasn't. It was actually pretty easy. Give me a challenge. It's kind of weird because it's not really like
Very impressive work, Cloud. You completed this region's combat assignment.
cumulative as far as
Such
difficulty.
harsh violence as these are bound to engender fiends as brutal as
Kind of random,
brutal.
which I know,
They
kind
might
of cool.
have gotten
Mixes
the
it
better
up.
of you. If not
But
for
yeah,
my
you'll be doing these little side quest battles, and it's like some are most are easy, but then you'll get a
From the fiends you fought,
tough one in the
results
middle of
from
nowhere. It
creating
seems
a
like.
combat trial. I hope you'll find it useful.
Don't ignore me.
Yep. Is oh, those are Queen's Blood. I guess I just didn't do any in the Junan region. Alright, so I think for the most part we're done here. Except for these other side quests. This one. So yeah. Let's see what that's about. Bro, act like you can jump over that. No. Sometimes you just don't feel like battling, you know? I'm trying to keep it moving around here. Guess I gotta go back though. Is it up there that I gotta go? It sounds like I need to go below. Man, come on, bro. Alright, how can I get out of here? Let's just go here. Here. This looks good as any. Can I get a ramp? Launch ramp? Maybe. I think it is whatever that is. Bruh. I know I did not just miss that.
I see you're approaching the signal. The source appears to be somewhere
I
in the
am
canyon's
like
ruins.
so close. Thank you.
Materia I smell? My precious materia, where are you? No need to be shy, come out. Yuffie's gonna take you home. Is that materia I smell? My precious materia, where are you? No need to be shy, come out.
Let's see what this is, huh?
Take you home.
Goon to Invis, what's up?
Precious materia, where are you? No need to be shy, come out. Yuffie's gonna take you home.
What are we doing here?
My precious.
Oh, this ain't where I need to be. Or where I was trying to go.
No need to be shy, come out. Yuffie's.
Yuffie!
Nio! Hulk! Billy Bob! It's so good to see you!
Duly noted.
You too. We were worried you might not have made it out in time.
Nothing can kill this bloom.
clearly. Say, where's Sonon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You three!
The Splinter Cell.
Where are my manners? These guys are from Avalanche HQ. They're the ones who helped me out back in Midgar. And I don't think they need an introduction.
Y'all were at the Shinra building, weren't you? Tell me, was Wedge with you? Or did you see him? If you can tell me anything at all, please.
Wedge, I'm sorry.
Don't be. Just, I need to know.
After the Sector 7 plate fell, the things we saw and heard. All the carnage.
Yeah, same.
It was hell.
It was cool though.
We really did. But
Yeah.
how? It all seemed so hopeless.
And it was a nice introduction to like the synergy stuff.
Avalanche HQ. We learned
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
the
pretty cool.
company that dropped the plate,
Yuffie was.
and that they were gonna drop.
It was a lot. It was a bit. It was a bit better than I expected it to be.
HQ needed volunteers to help storm the Shinra building. This was
But
our
yeah,
chance.
almost like you kind of hoped it would hold you off till Rebirth came out, but then yeah, it wasn't that long.
Wedge and I ended up being assigned to the same truck.
We'll infiltrate the building via the underground parking facility. From there, we make our way up, taking each and every floor.
We've lost contact with Lucia's team. I think we have to assume they're all
That's enough. First, we'll check in with Matt.
on it.
Let me just scooch on over here. I'm Wedge with the Splinter Cell.
Barrett's crew, right?
Here, try one of these. It'll help you calm down.
Thank you.
Go on, eat up.
Our team was heading upstairs to take out the president. I know
Man, I'm actually a pretty big fan of
Avalanche doesn't do that. But when the plate fell,
Wedge, Biggs, and
the rules
Jesse.
changed.
It's pretty disappointed that Jesse got taken out.
Come on, man. Get the
It
lead
is
out.
what it is.
Don't want to be left behind.
Hey, thanks for the assist.
Help me out here.
All right, we're almost there, boys. At long last, we're gonna take back our world, find the bastards who stole it, and send them to hell.
Yeah. I've got friends up there who need to know we're coming. Oh, sorry, but I didn't want them to get hurt, sir. Go, I'll catch up.
Right. We were all fired up. Ready?
Hey, what's up, Manny? Welcome in. Welcome in.
I couldn't believe it. It was him.
Thank you. Damn it.
Don't
Don't worry. It's all good, bro.
Hey, y'all heard that, right? That was Wedge.
Barrett, those who pass on become one with the life stream. I know what you thought you heard, but it was probably just the wind.
Whatever.
In times past, the Cetra came to fonts like these to give thanks to the life stream. There aren't many left, so we wanted to help preserve the few still standing. It felt like the least we could do, you know? For all those who returned to the planet.
Hey, Barrett, why don't we give them a hand? Help them spruce things up.
There anything we can do for you?
I don't know, restore the planetary fonts? They're this region's main source of energy, and kind of like relief valves for the life stream.
But when they're as busted as this one here, you can't even get close to do repairs. Mako's way too dense.
So we figured we'd use a probe, fix the fonts remotely. Thing is, little guy's just too old. Probably better off in a junkyard than with us.
Perhaps I can be of service? Robotics is one of my areas of expertise. Meet Robot Chadley. Or Robo-Chad if you prefer something abridged. At any rate, you should now have complete control over him. Go on, ask him to do something.
Yeah. Bro, I was just thinking the same thing, man. The same exact thing. Oh, this is Alright, let's dig on in, I guess. Yeah. just gonna deploy some. I don't know what I'm doing. Might have to come back to this one. Deploy. I don't know what I'm doing, but we doing it, you know. Boss HP low. Fantastic one. Why can't I use these special moves? Yeah, so this is pretty easy, at least this one. I think I'll have to dig into it a little bit more. What's what, because I'm just deploying bots. Seems to be working. So we'll go with that, you know? Oh man, I need to do my Duolingo. Can't lose the streak, bro. We'll watch this part here.
It's a shame the others ain't here to see this.
Who says they're not?
What's that?
I believe that light will lead us to another set of ruins.
And another font to fix too, I'll bet.
Is it okay if we tag along?
Sure, why not? Whatever beef I've got with you HQ kids, the planet's welfare takes priority.
Ah, bruh. Never ending. Never ending side quests. But yeah, I guess for what it's worth, along the lines of the topic, discipline and better than feelings and consistency, got to get on this Duolingo. It's 11:44 here, so we got 15 minutes and some seconds to get this done. So I'll just knock it out real quick. Can't risk losing a streak, bro. But yeah, don't mind me. We'll be back to it momentarily. And I mean like in a matter of seconds, you know. No need to worry. What am I learning? Running through Spanish. I figured it's probably the most useful language to learn. So, really haven't been digging into it that much lately, and kind of just been doing like the bare minimum, but is what it is, I guess. Alright then, back to it, I suppose. Yeah. So, more along the lines of consistency. And hey, if you struggle with consistency, then maybe gamify it, like Duolingo. Kind of helps take the work out of doing it, if you will. Man, I really don't feel like doing these battles. Really don't, bro. What's this battle? So we need to go do that. Forgot about this one. Why did it put me here? Where y'all at, man? Y'all down there? Must be. Fighting we go. Just how far down do we need to go is the question. Think we need to go this way? Guess not. Can't even go that way. Hey Flores, what's going on? Welcome in. Man, why can't they? They need to make this a little easier or something. I'm trying to keep it moving around here. No.
Careful, Cloud.
Oh, is this a big battle?
Jabberwock territory. Unfortunately, we know very little about this enigmatic fiend at present. I suggest you expect the unexpected.
Let's see what we can do here, huh? Let's heal up and we will get on to it. Should be fun. I could definitely use some more life though. Yeah. We'll give it a try anyway. These. With Yuffie and Barrett. Trusty sidekicks, bro. What y'all want to do?
You're going down.
Jabberwock identified in the vicinity. Commencing guidance.
See what we got. Fire. Inflicting enough damage or exploiting its elemental weakness while Gorgon's shield is active will both pressure the beast and remove the shield. All I see from this is use fire. So let's do it.
It's on you.
These could survive for centuries without eating or swim cured with a single shot. But I find these claims specious. That said, recent discoveries have confirmed that it can hibernate for extended periods by petrifying itself and delving deep into the scarlet soil. The Jabberwock is in fact active for such a short time that it's hardly ever seen.
For real.
We mustn't miss this chance. Please.
Very well then.
Light up this legendary
Let's
dragon.
run it again. No. Come on, bruh. Nice block, nice block. Alright, I got it off.
Alright, watch and learn. Ooh, gotta bring in the heat. Give 'em hell.
Hang back.
See what kind of fire we got. We got no fire. Guess we'll heal up Yuffie.
Deal with that.
If you insist. Get lost! How's that? With the power of his
Oh, Gorgon shield, huh?
Guess it's my turn. The hell? Suck now.
Barrett got some fire? Yes, sir. What? Why can't I use Fire Raga? Like, I gotta play an MP. Why does it not let me use that? Don't understand.
Taking over.
He's got some sort of shield. I mean, obviously, but I guess I can't hit him.
Come on.
So what do we need to do then? I think we'll just stick with Yuffie for the moment. Let me get some love, Barrett. Synergy. It's the synergy, bro. What happened to my synergy? Alright, let's try again. Huh? Now, T, what's going on? Welcome in. Come on, give me the limit, bro.
Wow, what a fight!
I call it summon, huh? Not necessary. There it is. Alright, let's hit him.
Let's dance, asshole.
Yeah, let's go. What do we want to use here? Some Fireblade Bolt. Firebolt.
You're done. Brace yourself. Keep it up.
You picked the right girl. Got you now. Like a chocobo.
Done. Get some.
Excellent work out there, Cloud. Thanks to you, we've obtained invaluable intel. The study of such ancient creatures will surely provide insight into the region's history.
All you ever care about is your intel. It wouldn't kill you to show a little concern for Cloud's well-being, you know? You aren't hurt. Are you, Cloud?
You worry too much, Mai. Rest assured that I always keep a close eye on him. I can tell at a glance if he has suffered any injuries. In fact, Cloud, I guarantee that I know more about your physical condition than you do. That's a considerably rare material, Cloud. I suspect it will prove useful in crafting new creations. I suggest you hold on to it.
Not too terribly bad, you know? Alright then. Back to it, I suppose. What up, crew? You guys are looking fantastic. Look at all this. This is crazy. Just how much is here? Then even if still you look in the top left, I got 0303. I don't really feel like doing these battles. Not particularly, but at the same time I'm like, might as well. Just is what it is, I guess, you know. Oh, here we go. This again. I guess I probably actually need to go here. I need to go that way. There it is. It seems like I could probably. It's a right here, huh? Maybe get that fan right there. Go back up. There we go. Again, like, do I really feel like doing this battle? Nah. I think I kind of just want to get back to the storyline. If anything, go back to Gangaga to get that other materia piece, star or whatever.
From my study of ancient texts, I've deduced this place was built by the Cetra to house something alien. Precisely what is unclear.
I remember hearing about this growing up. You don't think they were talking about the Gi, do you?
I'm sorry, but Red 13's voice just doesn't fit to me,
energy
you know?
signature would suggest otherwise. Given
Not that
it
voice.
strongly resembles that of a proto-relic, I surmise these structures were designed to contain one. For now, let's continue to restore them. I'm sure we'll find something within. I've also developed an additional AI chip for RoboChat. Hopefully, it expedites our work.
Yeah. The one and only editor, what's going on? Man, I don't even understand what's really going on here. Like, how does this then turn into that battlefield? I guess. Man, let's just get into it. I don't feel like I said, I don't feel like trying to learn all that. Not right now, anyway. It's kind of annoying because, like, I've already put so many hours into the game. Like, so it's like, kind of crazy that you don't know everything yet still. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So we'll go with that. Fire is strong against both of them. Very well. Hey QP, what's going on? Welcome in, bro. Good to see you again. How's your week going so far? Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're just doing it, you know. Yeah, not too bad. Pretty low key, pretty chill for the most part so far. So yeah, like for real, it's been surprisingly kind of chill. So things will pick up tomorrow and the next day, though. They usually do, work-wise, and it's on to the home stretch of the weekend. Yeah, can't complain, you know. We're getting ready to what's going on here? We're getting ready to start up softball season. So I actually manage an adult slow pitch softball team. This will be my first season managing it. But yeah, we start up. I think the first scrimmage game is probably in I think it's like March 12th or something like that. So we're kind of tying up all the logistics for all that. And then I also play on the kickball team. Not managing it. One of my buddies manages it. Yeah, and it's fun, you know. And then, you know, for us, cause I'm 41, and most of the team is like mid 30s, low 40s, early 40s, and you just have to be over 18 to even play in the league. But you know, it's a good little thing to activity to do, kind of build some camaraderie, team building stuff. It's pretty cool. And then most of us played baseball growing up or something, you know. It's an unk game, yeah. And sometimes there'll be like a team out there or two or whatever that'll have, you know, a bunch of like younger guys, and they usually come in and run it, to say the least. And we always just, they're just a bunch of college-age kids, probably just off-season from baseball or something. It's all good, though. It's all good times. It's all casual, recreational stuff. Yeah, I played baseball all through my childhood till about 7th grade. Yeah. So like, you know, would that be 13 or something like that? So, yeah. It's good times. And then I ended up taking up track and field, which was in the same season as baseball. Which I enjoy doing more. Alright, I think we just gotta head back to the main story. Tired of doing side quests. Yeah, that's cool. If you don't feel all that comfortable about it, man, it'll all come back. It's kind of how it worked for me, at least. I hadn't played in because I didn't play middle school or high school, and I didn't really play in my adulthood till late 20s, maybe, something like that. And even that was just like some people just asked me to come play a couple of games. I was like, all right, like fill in or whatever. And then that was like when I was basically introduced to slow pitch softball. And then when we moved here in 2022, excuse me, we moved here in 2022. I was like, man, I work from home. My wife works from home. Like, man, we need to meet some people around here or something. So like, see what's up, see what's up with Parks and Rec, and see if I can meet some people. And yeah, it's been cool. It's like my circle of friends pretty much all came from playing softball with them here. Works out. Yeah. Yeah, I can dig it, man. That's cool though. Bro, I remember being your age and kind of like doing that. Just doing whatever my friends did. Cause yeah, like, you know, I don't know if it's much the same. It probably is. Well, like, you go get your you know, your like sports physical or whatever, and you know it's good for a year. So like, I mean, just sign up for whatever. And I think that's kind of how I got into track and field. Yeah, cause some people, man, I think I was doing. Oh, it was. So I think I got my physical for baseball, and then one of the coaches was like, "Man, you should go out for football," because I was a little on the like stocky side or whatever. And yeah, so I went out for football and played football, and then you know, the people that I played with, I was a running back, and you know, of course, you get close to the guys that you end up being around all summer and whatever, and then next thing you know, it's like, yeah, let's go run track. So then we run track. It's cool though. Good times, you know. Yeah, I don't feel like doing anything else here, man. All these side quests. I'm tired. I love Cosmo Canyon, but I'm tired, man. So we're gonna keep the story going here or something. Yeah. Can I get a bench? It's still bad? Yeah, what do you mean, like, specifically? Yeah, I haven't really been playing it as definitely nowhere near as much as I was. I think last time I checked the leaderboard, like the other day, man, you was climbing your way up there, it looked like. This is where should I go back here or what? Man, is there no inn in here? Let's go. Can I fast travel anywhere here? Guess it's here. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just, even when I log on and play, I usually just play quick match just to kind of knock out the little challenges and work on the proficiency a little bit. And then yeah, I think last couple of times I'd log in comp, and like if I lost one, I'd just go back to quick match and enjoy it over there, you know. Yeah, I don't know what it is though. You know, people just,
Everything we have.
I don't know, got nothing better to do and want to make, you know, rage bait people or something. I don't know. You nobody got time for all that, you know. Man, why is there no inn? Need a place to crash.
Have you heard about
Let's just get back out of here.
all born of the
Hey, Luther, what's going on? Oh yeah. Nice, bro. Sometimes, man, you gotta have fun with it, man. And I guess, and maybe that's what it is, you know, some people find throwing fun, or at least pissing other people off, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I guess I get it in that sense. Have fun with it, but not everybody's definition of fun is the same. What can you do, you know? You got banned? Man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Alright, I remember there being a bench here somewhere, so we'll catch some Z's real quick and head back to the story. Yeah. It's all good, you know? You just have fun, bro, you know? End of the day, bro. I mean, you know, like there was all that controversy or whatever with like the tournament last month or whatever it was. I mean, if you playing in a big tournament with playing for a lot of money, then yeah, maybe lock in and, you know, do right by your teammate. But most of us, man, we just over here after school, after work, trying to let loose a little bit. And yeah, whatever that quote fun looks like for you, hey, you do you, you know? Yeah. Them two. Yeah, man, this game is it's a classic, and I've never really like been into a lot of Final Fantasy stuff. And in fact, 7 is really like the only one that I've played thoroughly. And like I played Final Fantasy VIII when it first came out, and even then I don't think I ever like actually finished that game. But it's got a lot of good reviews too. And then I hear Final Fantasy 16 is very similar, and I think I might try that one. I hear it's very similar to the way this one is played. Yeah, I've beaten this one. Well, not this specific Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is my first time playing through this one, but the original Final Fantasy VII, of course, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake, and the intermission one, which intermission was like it was almost more like DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake. But yeah, I played through all of those. This is the only one I haven't beat yet, so. And that's just because I hadn't played through it or whatever. But yeah, good times. it's one of the best storylines to me, and the characters are solid. I think if I remember right, I think it was Final Fantasy VII that they like really redid a lot of the kind of the mechanics of the game. So like I think Final Fantasy 1 through 6 was similar in some way, and then 7 would be, I guess, when they changed it significantly or something. A good one to start off on. I mean, I guess I'm really biased for 7, bro. So, but I mean, I think 7 is a good one. So they don't like work together per se. Some do, of course. Like Final Fantasy VII is like almost its own franchise, so to say. So you can, you know, start like if you were to start 7, like you don't have to know anything about Final Fantasy VI to play Final Fantasy VII. But I always felt like 7 was kind of like the most. Well, I guess I can't say that because I never really played all the other games. But I was gonna say it was like the most thorough and character developed or whatever. But I can't really compare it per se. But it's solid, man. I just always, I don't know. I think that 7 is, generally speaking, one of the most popular Final Fantasy games. I think 8 has a lot of popularity. I think 15 and or 16. So I think most Final Fantasy games came out on a console. So one way to kind of look at it is if you were to look on like Steam or something, and if they have a PC version, that usually means that it was like ported from console and ported over to PC. So I guess by that logic, it was popular enough to be ported to PC. Was a Roblox getting boring? Yeah, I feel you, man. And I think for me at least, like once I started playing something else, Rivals got a little bit more enjoyable. Because I don't know, maybe I was just heavy into it. Maybe lightly used the word addicted, you know. But yeah, I was like, that was it. That was all I played. And then once I really started playing like other stuff, it's like, all right. I just felt like I wasn't so attached to it or something. The addiction is probably the best word. And yeah, so now it's like when I play, I'm like, I lose 1 or 2. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna play something else, whatever. Yeah. I don't know what it is, man. You just, I guess, take it lightly, more lightly, and change your mindset on it a little bit, change your perspective on things, you know. But yeah, do you play like Fortnite? Fortnite's kind of, you know, third-person shooter like Rivals. And man, I even dig into Minecraft a lot. Well, kind of a lot, or have anyway. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, I started playing, I think I picked up Fortnite in like 2021 or something like that. Yeah. I actually I like a lot of like the whatever they call it, cross whatever crossplay of stuff and the collaborations or whatever. I think it's pretty cool, and you know, it's kind of keeps it fresh-ish in a way. So it's cool, like how much they have integrated into the game. Yeah. Even that, you know, I take breaks from that every now and then too. But it's alright. I've been getting back into it a little bit. Lately too. Just to kind of mix it up. If you haven't played Overwatch, you know, Overwatch is very similar to Rivals. I know a lot of people kind of go back and forth between them two. Overwatch, of course, is first person, so it's a little bit different in that regard. Oh yeah. I think we talked about this because that sounds familiar. Because yeah, I didn't start playing Fortnite until after Travis Scott was already gone. I think I picked up one of the first seasons I played was I think it was like when they added Alloy from Horizon, from the Horizon games, because it was very like they had like makeshift weapons where you had to like, you could pick up like a makeshift AR and then you could pick up other parts to it throughout and build it basically as you loot it or whatever. And then they had some of those like makeshift bows and stuff like that. That's when I picked it up and then played it for however many seasons from there. Yeah, I never played Overwatch until like probably a few months ago. Well, like really tried playing Overwatch. I played it like years ago and it just didn't stick. And by like that, I mean I probably played like 1 or 2 matches and I was like, just didn't stick. Alright, let's see what's going on. Call up my boy Sid here.
Not that you've got a choice, but thank you for choosing Bronco Airlines.
Sid, my friend, you couldn't give us a lift to Nibelheim, could you?
Right on.
But not too far, I reckon. The old girl should be more than up to the challenge.
I think I'm actually go back to Gungaga first. Yeah.
We are cleared for takeoff.
I gotcha. Yeah, my daughters play Roblox, and that's like all they play.
Don't be a stranger now.
And you know, I'll log on with them sometimes, but I don't know. There's so much to do on there. I don't know what's going on there most of the time, but of course, you know, I got on and played a bunch of like shooters or whatever. It was like a paintball gun and stuff, and I was like, okay, I kind of dig this. And then my oldest plays I forget, she plays something sort of like man, what is it called? Pressure or something like that. And then there's some other game she be playing, and she would want me to play for like the longest. Yeah. And then, man, Pressure or some whatever game the way she described it was like was basically a team shooter or team game like Rivals, where you have like hit scan and you have like melee characters and stuff, and I was like, eh. And I don't know, I was too in deep with Marvel Rivals. Like, that was all I was playing. It's sad when I talk about it now. In hindsight, now, like, but yeah. So playing that with her is kind of on the to-do list. But then, man, I'm always so hesitant to, like, also kind of hesitant to learn a new game because I don't know, I don't want to throw my life away. more or less. Because even like Minecraft, like I really like playing Minecraft, and man, if I start a world on Minecraft, like I'm typically like all in, and I'm just like playing that, and like that's all I'll play. Like I'll be staying up late, like working on builds and stuff, and it's just like, it's crazy. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to moderate myself in that regard, you know. Man, how do you even create 6 accounts, bro? Like, they're all like, so does that mean you got 6 PS5 accounts? Or did you say you're on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever? Like, you just got 6 PS5 accounts? Right, bro, yeah, exactly. I don't know what that is. What is? You just boot it up, build a world, and then it just withers away. And you go play another game. 7, man, that's crazy, bro. So what's that mean? You got like at least 7 email addresses that you are working around? Hey. That's too much work, bro. That's like if you cheating on your girl and you got all these girls you trying to balance, make time for each one. Alright, how am I supposed to get around here? This looks like a lot. Yeah, I have one alt account for Rivals, which for me that means I have 2 Steam accounts, which ain't bad. I mean, I really only have 2. Like, I have my main email address, and then I have like a backup email address as far as like personal email addresses are concerned. So I keep up with those. But yeah, even my alt account on Steam or in Rivals, yeah, I haven't really played it much. Mushroom jumping, huh? I got you. Yeah, Jay, I figured I'd come back to Gungaga and like I need to get the other temple or whatever for I think it's this one. For one of them. Which one is it? One of the summons. Kujata. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't beat him yet. He kills me every time, bro. Yeah, I created a second an alt account on Rivals to kind of like test it and like do like testing as far as like winning, losing, how long, like if I take a long break, will it then throw me with really good teammates or that sort of thing. And inconclusive, man. Mushroom jumping. Yeah. Yeah, same here, man. Or at least it was. Because when I was playing a lot more, one thing that always bugged me was like convergence and convoy. You know, quick match you only go in one way, whereas you know on comp you switch sides or whatever. So that was really the only main difference for me that made me want to play comp more often than quick match. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to like I think I'm gonna have to Google this because we feel like just running around. Not really. So I guess I've never been here before, so that's kind of a good thing. So we're making some level of progress of getting somewhere I've never been. Guess we'll see where this mushroom goes. Hey, there we are. Just where I wanted to go. There should be Futatsu. Yes. Thank you so much. Bum. Ooh, I completely forgot the last two and just kind of went for it. don't even know, man. And it actually just added like a whole nother mini game. I think right when you joined, I was talking about it. It was like it's those little robots that I was controlling. Like that just got added to this part, or this game, or this, you know, this timeline part or whatever. So we're in chapter 10 now, and that was a brand new game. Yeah, there's a lot of there's like an enormous amount of side quests. It's kind of, I think that was one of the main reasons like I took a break from playing the game, because I was like, man, there's just so much. It's like overwhelming. Like even here, like basically everything you see here, all these grayed out icons or whatever, those are all like side missions that I completed. And this right here is the main scenario. So like you do all this other stuff, and then whenever you're ready to go back to the main story, you just go do that. Of course, you can skip all this other stuff. You know, whatever. It just kind of course, especially if you know like the original game and stuff like that, you could miss out on, you know, some good perks or whatever. Like that one right there. Like I just came back to come do this one so I could get that thing, and because it should make the battle with that summon a little bit easier. Yeah, at least until you like get the hang of it, of certain, especially the mini games. Like there's a few of them that you really have to like put some time into. So like that little mini robots one, that's why I was like, I don't feel like doing this right now, because yeah, like it's something you can probably spend a solid like 30-40 minutes to an hour just like really trying to figure that out. Like the card game, the Queen's Blood card game on here, it's pretty cool or whatever, but yeah, I had to spend a little time figuring out exactly what's supposed to do what. It is what it is. Yeah, it definitely be like that sometimes. Like sometimes you just don't feel like dealing with it, which is exactly what I did. It's just one of those. And then it's also like, for me, it's like something I don't really want to do on stream too, because it's kind of boring, and I'm trying to, and then I'm like having to learn it. So if I'm on stream, I'm basically like just sitting there like reading the tutorials and stuff, and then I'll go back to Google and like look up like what's supposed to be good or whatever. The whole time I'm just like sitting there staring at the screen, not talking about anything or nothing. So it'll be something I dig into off stream and try to get caught up on or whatever.
Keep it together.
Yeah, man, these things are annoying. They keep replicating. Yeah, we'll say that when this game, or well, Final Fantasy VII Remake had come out. Of course, it was several years later. I think it came out in 2020, and of course, the original came out in 1997, and they completely switched up how they could. Hey, appreciate it, bro. They completely switched up how the combat system works, because it used to be turn-based combat, which was cool. Like I really liked it, and I thought it was it was a good fit at whatever. And then yeah, so I was like really hesitant on how the combat system would work for the remake, and it worked out pretty well. Like I actually really like it now, but they're both different, but they're both good in my opinion. So if you were somebody that had played like the original game, and then you were like in my same scenario, like I don't know if I was gonna like it or not, I would recommend it. Let's give it a go at least. And where is this other chest? Where are you? Bruh. And I guess it could be anywhere around here, huh? Yeah, I think we're about to give up on this one too. Go back to the main story. And what are we doing? Yeah, if I could find this chest, that'd be great. What's up, Chris? Multiple maps. There's one big map, and then there's like little regional maps. So like if you go like basically here, you can zoom out, keep zooming out, and this is what it looks like farthest out. So I think we started here in Grasslands. And then we went to the Junon region, and then we took, I don't know, a ship or something to the Coral region. Then to Gungaga, and the current storyline is it's at Cosmo Canyon. Yeah, bro. It was crazy because so this is right here, this area right here, if you can see that, yeah, is Midgar. I can't really it won't let me zoom in there. So this is Midgar, and Midgar is where Final Fantasy VII Remake is based out of. So like that whole game is on Midgar, and like that's it. And yeah, so then with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you actually like get to go out of Midgar, and you know, you do all this stuff. And it's a lot more like open world or whatever, which is really cool. But it's definitely a lot. Like I was saying, man, because I think you start Grasslands here maybe, and then I was just like, all this, man, it's just running around, and like even right here, you don't have anything like right now I'm on the chocobo, right? That like bird animal thing. And let's see. So here in Junon, like you don't have any vehicles. So you're just kind of like running around. And then in Coral, you actually get like an all-terrain vehicle of sorts. And then you can move around a little bit faster. And then Gungaga, to get from Gungaga to Cosmo, is where you get access to the plane, so that makes it a lot faster. It's crazy when I'm like, now I'm talking and like kind of explaining it, and like especially like zooming back into Grasslands and being like, man, all this, and then all this like gray area is basically like unexplored land. So I don't know if that's just like I never will, or if that's just not this part of the game yet. In the original game, you do eventually get that pilot Sid. The original game, he joins the squad, the team, and you get access to his plane, and then you can more freely fly around the map. Like right now, he just flies you around from region to region. But in the original game, like you could just hop on the plane and fly wherever you want. So I'm kind of assuming that at some point, I'll be able to just hop on the plane and fly wherever I want to fly. We'll see. Yeah, there is presumably more. See, like this is the Junon region, and yeah, all this like grayed out area is I've never been there. Yeah, I actually skipped over this Junon area. I skipped over quite a bit of it because I was like, I'm trying to get back to the story. So all these like gold icons, yeah, I'll come back to those later. But it's a pretty cool game. Like, you know, it's cool to like just sit back and play, you know. And you can like, you know, if you're just chilling and kind of like if I don't really feel like committing to the story at that moment, then I'll just knock out a few side quests. Like it's 12:54 right now here, so I'm kind of hesitant to really continue on with the story, because I'll probably log off soon. And I know if I start the story, I'll probably just like want to keep pushing on through the story. So alternatively, I'll just work on a couple of side quests, and they are much easier stopping points. But yeah, some of the stuff you can just kind of like sit back and chill and kind of more or less turn your brain off and just through the stuff. But yeah, it's rather extensive. Alright, trying to fight these dudes again. Yeah, for fish. I feel like I need to get up in here. Oop, 4 hours? That is a solid amount of time. And I'm in chapter 10 now, and I feel like chapter 9 took forever, man. Chapter 10 so far is not so bad, but I felt like I was never gonna get out of chapter 9. Oh, gotcha. So I need to get up in here. Well, I think I do. But I don't see a way in. Here, maybe? Oh, yeah. Nice. That's cool, man. Yeah, they got, man, there's so much on Roblox. It's interesting how much is actually on there. Like, you can find a little bit of everything on there, and then, you know, some things are kind of like knockoffs almost. Like there's some very Minecraft looking games on there. It's cool though, you know. That looks like the way I'm supposed to be going. I think I can avoid these guys though. Maybe. Yeah. Sometimes you just don't feel like battling. So here's the other side of the door. Guess that's open now. But what are we actually supposed to do here? Ready to go down. And that way.
betrayed our organization.
What?
Two former Turks, Rude and Elena, have kidnapped the presidents whom they were tasked to protect. Traitors are to be afforded no mercy. Their lives are forfeit. Naturally, the two of them know Turk's policy and will fight to the death. Kill or be killed. These are the only possible outcomes of any confrontation. Here's hoping you survive.
But aren't they friends? How can they go from BFFs to shoot to kill just like that?
Probably gotta be pretty ruthless to make it as a Turk.
Alright then. Yeah, we'll just keep our main team here.
Been a long time since you and I were
Good thing, too. We don't want to be a couple of pushovers.
Alright, let's see what they talking about. Wind. Sounds easy enough.
Hey, partner, don't be a fool. Open your eyes.
All Shimmer has to offer us is exhaustion and a one-way ticket to the life stream. To them, we're just tools to be used and abused.
Wind on him and lightning on her.
They're stuck in the light again, just like they're doing to the planet.
Deal with that.
Here I go!
Start with back up off me, bro.
Come on, guys.
Never thought things would come to
Very well. We can get it first.
How do you like this? This calls for a Don't say I didn't warn ya. I am not going down without a fight. He holds the best kept ninja secrets.
Turn it into a joint retreat. Obviously.
We got lightning? No.
And one to grow on. Don't say we didn't try to get you to defect. How do you like this?
Us Turks are trained well against persuasion.
We're just gonna have to make you leave. Permanently. You asked for it.
You are done. Alright, then let's go. Switch it up to wind.
Need my help, do you? Want some more? Bring in the heat!
Who's got synergy? Wow.
You're dead.
Now's our chance.
You've never asked. Gonna get what's coming. Let's go to town. And one to fly.
Gotta love it. Go bring it home.
My
You're in here now. Gotcha. You're going down. How do you like that?
We'll make it quick.
How you like that? Get lost. Run like good to go?
Guess it's my turn.
You're gonna regret that.
Kiss my ass. You're up.
hang back.
Too bad it had to end like that.
It's on you.
You won't regret this.
Let's get this.
Bird.
Come on, get it together, Yuffie.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Time to bring my brilliant blood to bear.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, switching characters is a nice little touch.
Well done. You've proven yourselves to be born turtles.
Yeah, they added, so yeah, you can switch characters kind of like throughout the battle. It's kind of cool. One thing I wish is like the characters that you're not playing, I wish they were a little bit more active. There's some like materia that you can get, which materia is the gems or whatever that are what you see.
Affiliation, General Affairs, Auditing, Turks.
But yeah.
Certainly didn't expect to run into you here.
Took the words right out of my mouth. What in the hell are you doing here?
Shinra sent me to inspect the facilities. Wanted to make sure they didn't have any unauthorized visitors wandering around.
GAI 153? Records indicate the individual with that ID underwent formal training. Wait, are you a Turk?
That'll be enough probing. For my benefit, but mainly for yours. It was enough of a pain to cover up the mess you made at the reactor. Try not to cause any more trouble, okay?
Sorry. Won't happen again.
Anyway, I'm heading back to the village. Once you're done here, I suggest you make tracks.
There's definitely more to her than meets the eye.
Hello? You good?
Hey, Chadley. What happened to the proto-relic?
Oh, forgive me. And there. Incredible. It appears that by restoring the fragmented data,
We were able to break the proto-relic's encryption.
Translation?
The potential applications are practically limitless. By converting matter into data distributed across a secure network, shielded from external interference, one could preserve said data indefinitely.
So is it real? Like, can I touch it?
Oh, of course. Behold, the proto-relic in its restored glory.
What the?
An untethered soul. Adrift in the void of time. This bridge is make fast.
Who are you?
The singular item that you now hold is possessed of a power beyond your ken. You will deliver it unto me.
No.
Ah. Very well. Then I shall take it from you by force!
Ah, you are indeed a worthy warrior. I saw it plain, and never does my judgment err.
So it comes to this.
Cloud? Cloud! Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried.
What just...
I was unable to locate you, albeit for only a moment. If something had happened to you because of me,
Nothing happened. I'm fine.
Right. My apologies. I let my emotions get the better of me.
Rattled you, huh? Could it be you got a soft spot for Soldier Boy here?
Annoyance response triggered. Cause? Barrett's mocking tone of voice.
Anyway, don't worry about it. Been in much worse situations than that before.
Very well. Regardless, I will do what I can to improve security measures.
I don't know what that was all about. That really didn't make sense at all. Nice. This one, I think. Well, I guess that's about it for this area. I might as well take these guys out.
Need a breather.
Good word to describe me. I'm thinking legendary.
That's it. Right then. Guess that is all for this region. I don't think there is anything left. Gaga. I guess that's it. Maybe I'll just go back and finish all these things. Maybe. Hey Alex, what's going on? Welcome in. I think we're gonna call it on that one, on that note. And I think next we might go back. Maybe go back and do some more of these things. Maybe. I actually need to go back to here because this Queen's Blood I need to knock out. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I don't feel like playing further, but I really need to get some sleep. Alright, bro. Appreciate you hanging out, man. Good luck with the test. Alright then, I guess that'll be it for tonight. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Yeah, you too. And we'll just listen to this on the way out. So yeah, another one in the books. I appreciate y'all, as always, coming to hang out. If you came in much later, of course, the theme of our gameplay and chat today was all about discipline. Being greater than feelings and doing what you said you would do. So just to recap, yeah, it's all about basically building and keeping your promises, building the trust in yourself, basically talking about creating that discipline for yourself, so that you can believe in yourself and continue to follow through, and not quit when things are inconvenient. The next talking point was about self-respect through consistency, and that's all about just talking about, or that's all about creating consistency and routine, and kind of taking out the guesswork or the emotional work of achieving your goals. You know, for me, for example, it's Tuesday night. That's what I do on a Tuesday night, is I stream on Tuesday nights, as opposed to, you know, throughout the day on Tuesday and being like, hey, am I gonna stream tonight? Maybe not. But instead, alternatively, you just schedule it in, create that consistency, and it just becomes part of who you are and what you do, and part of your routine. And then the last point was all about compound, and how one bad decision or one bailing out on your consistency or your routine can then turn into another bail and another bail and another skip and another skip. Whereas alternatively, you want to try to compound positive actions. So if you go to the gym and you go to the gym again and you go to the gym again, and you just get better and better, and you kind of build up that positivity, whether it is going to the gym or, you know, studying for the next test, whatever it may be. So yeah, all what we talked about today was all about how discipline is essentially a greater component than your feelings. And your feelings are not to be ignored or denied, of course, but when you have a goal set in life, and most times it is most best to stick to the plan, stay disciplined, and don't always give in to your feelings of, you know, should I skip this workout today? Or, you know, things of that nature. At least that's been my experience. Anything I've ever achieved always took a lot of work, a lot of time. Anything worth achieving, I should say. On up from, you know, weightlifting achievements, on to running achievements, to career and professional growth. You know, all those things are typically a result of some sort of consistent routine and perseverance that I had to endure. So, with all that said, I appreciate y'all coming out, and I appreciate y'all sticking around. And as a little plug, I live stream here on TikTok as well as here on YouTube. Sunday nights from 7 to 10, Tuesdays from 10 to 1, as well as Thursdays 10 to 1, and then again on Saturday from 2 to 5. So what we do is we just come in, play some games, and we just talk about life, basically. Right now and this week is mostly about motivation, discipline, and kind of working to grow and build yourself up, whether it's mentally, physically, whatever the case may be. So I really appreciate y'all coming through and hanging out with me for a little bit, enjoying the game side with me as I play my favorite game of all time for the first time of this version of it. So until next time, y'all take care and be cool.